Our Lord's last command is our first priority. In the church, in the family, in the city, to the ends of the earth. Join us in October for White Unto Harvest.
Evangelism is critically important, and I know that seems like an obvious answer, but frankly it's the only answer. It's the only truthful answer. We have been given a great commission, and that really has meaning, and it really lends context to everything in the life of the believer. We are not just to go, but we are to go and we are to make disciples. And we're not just to go and make disciples, but we're to go and make disciples of nations. You know what a comprehensive work that is? That means we need to influence with the gospel. Not just the people we might meet on the street, but those who are legislating with regard to their lives, the leaders of nations. Comprehensively, nations are to be transformed by the power of the gospel. And I think often Christians lose sight of how comprehensive and how full and how beautiful the scope and the reach of the gospel, and that speaks to its importance. It is about not just person to person, but it certainly includes very personal levels of interaction, but it has an impact on entire nations, and believers can have that kind of impact. If we want to change things in the direction of godliness and take dominion, which is another key purpose for which we are created, we do so through evangelism. Individually, we do so through evangelism in families. Family evangelism is such a beautiful thing. Where do we find leaders within the church? Where do we find qualifications for leaders in the church? We find qualifications for church leaders in how they operate in the context of families. And family evangelism, I think, is one of the most beautiful and perfect examples of how we evangelize.